So I'm gonna make this intro quick because I've got 12 characters to get through in this video and I don't want to take forever. This is my third addition to my series where I draw random people's OCs. Normally I do 3, but this time I want to match the 12 Days of Christmas theme for the holiday season, even though this will be up sometime after Christmas. Here are the original creators and their characters that I've drawn. Their socials are linked below. However, I'll be referring to everybody with a nickname I've given them. Why? Because. Okay, here we go. So first character, Angelface, has a design that I'm really intrigued by because she's got this style to her that makes it look like she's from the time between the 1920s to the 1940s, which is a time period I'm really fascinated with. And Sophie didn't have many drawings of Angelface, so I was happy to oblige in making one. Because of her color palette and because I was going to draw her during the holiday season, I wanted to capture her in some sort of festive or wintry setting, which for the end result, I had her taking a smoke break by the window with the snow falling outside. I love the dramatic lighting in this piece, and it totally captures the kind of vibe I wanted to get, and without having to add too much detail for, time management purposes. I'm pretty sure these guys were the first ones I completed. Nectar and Pollen's simple, cartoony design made them less intimidating to work with and quicker to draw, and since I didn't think it'd be right to draw one without the other cause they're twins, I decided to draw them both. You got lucky with this one, Petals. And because of their contrasting colors, I was inspired to draw them in a yin and yang sort of style, and for this image it works cause they're ghosts just floating around in some ethereal plane. They were fun, and I'm happy with the result and how rather ghostly they look. Goober is such a cute little, Goober, and they got a neat sword. Of course I had to draw them. Jules, this character of yours, well done. I thought it'd be fun to have Goober frolicking through some sort of scene just entranced by a butterfly because as Jules put it, they're a happy-go-lucky idiot. A little harsh, but okay, here's happy-go-lucky. And I'm trying to remember why I went with a blocky, lineless approach. Maybe I thought it'd be easier that, and I want the aesthetic of each of these 12 pieces to be unique, give each one of them their own spice of life. So here's Goober for you, Jules. I hope you like it, cause it's adorable. Whenever I come across a character with a really simple design, it comes as a huge relief to me, cause I know it won't take me forever to finish a piece based on that character. However, Waiter was a really simplified design, and I wanted to do Sluther's character some justice. So, going off of the bit of information that Waiter is like Mr. Game from Smash Brothers and moves in still frames, I thought I could do a quick animation. And Waiter is such a great character to animate cause it's so easy. But just because it was easy doesn't mean I didn't put my heart in it, so here's Waiter going about on a little safety patrol. Cake, your carrot is such a cute little baby! She reminds me of my own precious baby girl who's also a rabbit. I thought about drawing our two precious girls together, but I decided to give the full spotlight to Carrot. When planning the artwork for the characters in this video, I wasn't planning on doing any traditional work because I thought that'd be too much effort. But I had recently done a commission where I dabbled back into colored pencils, and I had so much fun with it, I wanted to do some more. And I'm glad I decided to do so with Carrot. She turned out so perfectly, and it feels so good to have a fully completed piece of artwork in my sketchbook. Her color scheme, her design is adorable, and I love her, love her, love her. I'm not sure what inspired ACF when creating runes, but I imagine that they'd be some sort of RPG or Dungeons & Dragons character. So for runes, I decided to pull out good old pixel art to give them a classic video game appearance as they're venturing about old ruins. Their color scheme worked really well to set them apart from the background, and I can't remember if I was going to add the little squirt bottle they've got, but because of the angle and because it probably wouldn't register in the low resolution, I decided to skip it. But I did add a book to suggest Rune being a knowledgeable and scholarly adversary, and I love that red hair. Bean has such a clean and finely executed design, like I can see him in his own animated cartoon show, which inspired the idea for the piece I did. I wanted to go with a more old school approach to cartoons where you have all this wacky and zany movement with intense hijinks and pursuit, and that's not just my idea, but the kind of setting Raccoon imagines their character to be in as well. I've stretched out Bean's body to kinda encapsulate how an animation would demonstrate that a character is moving really quickly. He's supposed to be mid-jump, and behind him is the remains of some sort of crazy situation where the military had to be called in and rocket and missile things are flying through the air, there's smoke everywhere, just basically a situation that Bean tried to get out as fast as he could. I originally was going to draw Kringle digitally, but after having so much fun with the artwork I did for Carrot, I decided to go traditional with Kringle as well. That, and I also thought it would be easier to put in all the details of the plants and whatnot with a traditional method versus digital, which in retrospect might have been true or not. Since I had already done a digital rough sketch of Kringle, I thought I'd also digitally put together a color reference so that when I started going in with colored pencils, I'm not blindly picking out colors that hopefully would work together. I really enjoyed the color scheme of Smeagol's character, and it just fit perfectly with the Christmas season. Shmee wanted someone to draw their handsome man in a suit? Well, I'll gladly draw a handsome man in a suit. Shmee, it's my one weakness I can't refuse. Well, actually, while I can draw a guy in a nice suit, whenever I try to draw a handsome fella, it never really works out for me. And Finns is also an anime boy, and I can't draw anime. But I tried to do the best I could to encapsulate Finns in my style while also still making him look handsome. I'm not too disappointed, but I feel like I could have captured his essence better. And I also left out a few small details. Shmee, I'm sorry, but aside from my inability to intentionally draw a handsome man, I still like how it came out and I love the color palette. I love the bluish-green colors. When trying to figure out what to do for Pop Rock, I thought about making a poster design cause she's a pop island the world bot created. And after whipping up a quick concept sketch, I was sold. I imagined these being posted all over in whatever town that Pop Rock would be singing in, and I just now realized that she wouldn't need a microphone to sing into because she's got a speaker built into her chest. We'll just say it's for aesthetic purposes. Another bit about Bot's design for Pop Rock is that she changes color based on what mood she's in. In the poster, she's happy, but I didn't want to go with a pink color palette. I was just really hooked on that cyan color, and it gives the poster a more futuristic vibe to it. And I also just really love that color, so I was just going to stick with that. What do you do when you only have a face to work with? Schmelz only had an image of Or's face, so I guess I'm just going to recreate that face. But I was in a bit of a creative stump. What could I do to make it interesting? Short pixel animation. That's what. It's simple, but it has that bit of flair to make it stand out, so I basically just reimagined Schmo's icon of Or as if it could move. I wasn't sure what else to do. I could have taken some creative liberties, but I didn't want to offend the creator by going too far off of the character's original design or personality. Schmo's, hopefully this will suffice. And now, finally, the piece that I dreaded the most. Dingo's got a really cool design for a zebra boy here, but it's got so much detail, and it's a muscly dude, and a horse! 2 things I can't draw! But I didn't want that to intimidate me. I was determined to draw this character somehow, but I had no idea what I was going to do. Then I just decided, you know what, I want to have fun with this, so I'm going abstract! I'm blocking Zebra Boy in with angular geometric shapes. That's what I'm going with. Once I finally had an idea of what I was going to do, tackling this piece became much more enjoyable. Dingo, this character, it's really cool. Unlike anything I've drawn before, I hope you like it. And there we have it. 12 characters. Oh, this took a lot of time to finish. But it was fun. Once I knew what I was doing, it was fun. All these characters are amazing, and I hope it's clear the love I tried to give each one. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Merry belated Christmas.